Hey, hey, it's the
By
campaign.
the way, I'm sick, so don't expect perfect vocals.
Oh,
Noted.
good for you.
Never did.
Oh, damn. Okay.
Ouch.
I know exactly how that's meant, but that still sounded mean as fuck.
That is a fucking burn, my good sir. That is.
Bro, if my accent can pass for passable, then you're fine.
Yeah.
If I can...
Oh boy.
Your accent is also basically talking in a quiet yell the entire time.
A quiet yell. I like that
I
description.
kind of need to beat your ass right now.
Oh my god. Stop talking, please.
Violently with
boy.
them all.
Ah.
Death Daddy.
Oh, shut the fuck up.
Chris, don't encourage this.
Welcome to session 6. Only 63 sessions until session 69. Remember, there's gonna be a session 69 because that's how long this campaign's gonna last. So I hope you remember this.
No,
fuck
no.
Good.
It'll
We're
be a
going to
beach
skip
episode.
69 because 69 is an unholy number.
Listen,
No,
the
that-
archipelago had a session 69. It went well. It went well. Those who
Still
did
don't
it.
know
What happened
how
on it?
that
I
happened.
don't remember.
Did the archipelago have a
birthday.
session 420?
Yeah, Zan's
It was Zan's birthday.
Who knows? Maybe it's gonna be again. But
Just because holes are being filled doesn't make 69 any less holy.
exactly.
Hey.
Ew.
Oh, hey. What session would that?
Session 69.
Y'all need to read the tenets.
Y'all need to read the tenets. Oh no.
Get the list
this
out.
entire city,
This entire city must be purged.
including us.
Give me a second.
We'll set in the fire.
Okay.
And start the fire. Yeah, it fell from the sky in green.
My
Oh,
my birthday
no.
my birthday will actually be on session 25 or so.
Damn. Nice. Anyway.
Give or
Mine is
take a few, depending on if
tomorrow.
we skip a few days.
Ooh.
Sorry, Ken, could you repeat that?
My birthday is tomorrow.
Damn.
Noted.
Nice.
Happy
birthday!
birthday to you. Happy birthday.
Birthday.
Okay, that went awkward. Anyways.
Yeah,
Happy
birthday,
birthday. What do we call you?
What do we call it?
Person. Happy birthday
to you. Okay. Okay. It's been.
Somebody else seems to be questioning this.
It's-
It appears that only Germany has a bad omen attached to wishing happy birthdays before the actual birthday.
Oh God. Oh.
Anyway, continuing on.
Yeah.
Guess
So
it won't
I have a
sound
simple
okay.
question. Calm down. I have a simple question for all of you. Are you ready? Are you ready for session 6?
Are you ready, son? Yes.
Oh,
My-
Aye, aye, Captain.
I can't. No, I will. I heard you the first time.
Oh,
I heard you the
Aw,
first time.
man.
Party pooper.
I heard you the first time. So, last we left off, you made it to city of Kolmesh, or the town of Kolmesh, met with its lord. Karok nearly popped the vessel, realizing that the mayor or the ruler of this town despises gods and wanted to burn the city to the fucking ground, while everybody else were a bit more level-headed. You had a simple assignment besides an emergency to go to Olash to deliver the news. You acquired some transport for tomorrow to be teleported into the city of Olash. And additionally, on top of that, you got a job to do in the quarries, in the coal quarries, in the mine shaft 10, where there were elementals being rogue and needed to be taken care of. You did quite well scouting the area until realizing that there was one shady elemental different than the rest who basically plopped down on all of you, nearly killing some of you, and then fucking Chadwick just strolled up. It's like, sup, and fucking massacred the thing in cold blood. From it, came an elemental that followed you, Nathan. Job was well done, and technically all your assignments have been done as you retire to inn that one of the Lord's guards basically escorted you to. So I have a simple question now. As let's say it's still eve, as everybody took long rests without any incident, and I assume the sound is playing properly. As some of you decided to drink. Now, a simple question is, who tried to drink themselves under the table that evening? That's the only question you need to ask. Anybody?
I didn't try and drink myself under the table. I was just here to have a good time and pay respects to my god.
Baron?
Same thing here.
What?
So those who are drinking,
Uh,
roll me a con save. Just a straight con save. It's not big, but...
Got it. Yeah, a con save. You know, it can't end badly.
If the drunk, if the dwarf doesn't drink, it's not a dwarf.
Looks at Jared.
See, this is yeah.
Oh my god.
Bruh, how am I gonna stack up to
Wow.
that? Oh, well, not terribly, I guess.
Okay.
Oh, that was a pretty high roll. We started.
So
That's
yeah.
a pretty good
So
start.
So not much celebrations, but the town was packed with drinks and tales and singing and whatnot. Everybody had a joyous evening. Britt, as you were the designated person, about an hour and a half since you basically made it to the inn, you were basically found by one of the guards, and you were basically given a pouch with 75 gold pieces as per assignment, and without anything else, they wished you a good evening and left. So, time went smoothly without incident. Everybody gets a long rest, and let's cut to morning. So, I would like everybody to roll me d20, if you will. Let's see.
What, sorry?
A d20.
Turn your volume up.
As all of you went to bed in one singular room, basically good enough for 12 people, and since you're 8, plenty of room to share and sleep. Phew. So,
We're having dream sequences, aren't we?
you wish you would, wouldn't you?
Dang.
Well, let's go. So, Sylvie, of all people, you, out of everyone, are the first who mainly goes asleep, even there's not a lot to do. Well, a lot to do, but somehow you wake up first. But not yourself by just waking up naturally, but by a distant roar of thunder, followed by immediate shattering of rain, and then wind in your little room. Well, not little, but big. There's two windows looking to the outside into the dark gray skies. You see the first rays of light. It's raining, it's windy. I would like you to roll me just a perception check.
Nope.
How much? Oh, 11. That's actually good enough.
It's actually
That is actually good enough.
Uh,
Yeah, it's good enough. Calm down. So, what you see just through the storms, through everything from your bed, as it's kind of comforting in your bed while outside, in just in the room. It's kind of cold. It's rainy. It's all that. Uh, you spot something. In the windows, just beyond the windows to the outside, on, I guess, the windowsills, the small little floorboard just beyond, below the window, you spot what seems to be a crow, translucent crow, in the shade of white and blue, seemingly just looking, tweaking its head left and right, looking at everyone in the room. Give me a second. There you go. This little thing is just staring. Doesn't seem to be making any noise. Seems to be just idly observing your room. What would you like to do?
It's in the room, or is it outside, like at the window or
It's
something like that?
outside by the window.
I will cast Divine Sense on it.
It resonates quite strong undeath presence. It seems to be just watching.
Who would be like sleeping by Sylvie
I
at the
would
moment?
I would say probably Britt and maybe Nathan.
Okay. I'm gonna wake up Britt.
Okay.
She's probably gonna grab, like, I don't know, your shirt and just like shake you violently.
You are likely to get punched.
Consequences be damned.
Roll for damage.
Or
Do I roll?
No. Just a,
Like, do
just
I
a
need a roll?
non-damaging.
Okay.
Yes.
Ghost bird, ghost bird, ghost bird.
Ghost, what?
Grab her face and point it at the window and point at the bird.
At the window, you do in fact see this maybe half a feet size bird just looking at you that is translucent and shimmers in this like faint blue white light.
Oh. Well, that's interesting. Have you tried talking to it yet?
Shakes her head no. You can visibly see that she is shaking, and you would know as like her sister that she is terrified of ghosts.
Rex is torturing Sylvie. Let's go. Good start to the session.
Yeah.
A ghost fearing paladin. Nice.
Slaying undead, not ghosts.
Potato, potato.
Like, undead, they're physically there. Ghosts, they could go through you, and it's weird.
It can get very weird very quickly, I assume, yeah.
I guess time to get out of the bed and walk up to the window.
Immediately, the bird's attention looks up at you, still tweaking its head every once in a while. You see there's a lot of raindrops pouring down on the window and everything, and every single projectile passes through it. Yeah.
Rain is projectile. Good to know.
Nah.
Have you divine sensed it yet?
Yep. It's undead.
I imagine that is
Huh.
coming from like under the bed.
Yep.
Yep. Yep. Okay, give me a second. Yeah. So yeah, you approach. There's a window between both of you.
Now, if it wanted in, it probably would have done it by now, if it was. Huh? I just cautiously just wave at it.
It immediately looks at your hand, eyes it for a second, and it stares back at your face.
Machnate noise.
Doesn't seem to be bothering us too much. I mean, that cat was an observer too, so who knows?
You just see her peeking from the sheets. She's hearing you, but she's still like, it's a ghost.
Karak, your grind set, your hatred towards the city makes you stir as all of a sudden you hear speech in the room. Your eyes blink
Just opens his eyes,
Yeah.
glows red in the dark.
You see, you
rises up.
Yeah, you see Brett by the window, and you see Sylvie cowering in bed.
I kind of just tilt my head in puzzlement. My friends, are you having a nighttime prayer to the gods? I admire your dedication.
It would seem we have a visitor at the window.
At that, I will pause and then get up, make my way slowly over.
Yeah, you see this, raven, just chilling, translucent, shimmering in bluish and white, and now looks at you and eyes you, all your aspects.
I kind of watch it for a moment. Is it obviously, and I mean to Karok, that this is not a normal bird?
It's pretty obvious.
Okay, just double check. I kind of look at it. Then I lean over to Sylvie and whisper, I do not believe this is a normal crow.
She shakes her head no.
I then
Gee, I wonder why.
look, I just kind of pause for a moment. Does anyone, either of the other two move?
Sylvie is staying underneath the sheets
observing?
of the bed.
Alright, sensing inaction, Karok will take a calming breath, then walk over to the window.
Pulls out Bible.
Greetings, my feathered friend! Sorry, I meant to be whispering. Greetings, my feathered friend!
What's awake?
Everybody,
From which god, or perhaps slightly ghoulish creature, do you descend?
You see the bird looks at you, stares at you for a second, And then all of you, those who are awake, you hear this in your voice. Those who are not awake, so everybody except for Karok, Britt, and Sylvie, everybody roll me a wisdom saving throw.
Except for the
Everyone
three of
who-
us.
Yeah, everybody who's asleep, roll me a wisdom saving throw. Everybody else, it's
Not one.
Oh god.
Oh no!
Oh no.
What the fuck?
Roll my
Implement, we
chat!
might
I
have a
actually rolled
problem.
an 11. I forgot the.
Okay.
I have proficiency.
Okay.
Oh, sorry. Did we have to wake up?
Wisdom saving throw.
Oh, wisdom save. Wisdom save. Panic.
You all bolt up in bed, unable to sleep.
I mean,
Well,
wisdom
well,
shouldn't be too
Don't
bad.
wake up.
Yeah,
They all
roll.
have a heart attack in
Roll it. Come on.
It's
it's gonna
not
be like a
it's not the
possession
first
sort of
time that
thing.
we'll all die out of nowhere. Like
Dagger, you want to roll?
it's happened before.
Oh wait, sorry. Yes, sorry.
Yeah,
I
Dagger,
was,
just roll a
off.
wisdom save.
Yeah, I just got back.
Uh-huh.
All good. Your character has no idea what's going on either, so this is perfect.
Okay,
Hey.
everybody, so Nathan, Circle, and Farron, you take 11 points of psychic damage, as all of a sudden, in everybody's voice, there's a message for 3 of you. You know when you plug in the headphones and there's this sudden sharp sound? You all just hear it like tenfold in your mind, waking you up in pain.
Ow.
Circle is immediately like
I just
grabbing his sword.
Karok just sees like everyone behind jolt up in bed.
Yeah.
Sorry, I meant to be quiet. I'm sorry.
As the bird or something else speaks to all of you, except for the 3 of you who failed the wisdom save, I am nothing compared to you, swirling maggots of dirt.
That's rude.
You grace us with your compliments.
I'm
Yes,
sorry.
confuse him, Karok.
Kara has this confusion.
So, so why is the
Karok.
pigeon
Karok.
complimenting and insulting us again? What's going on here, guys?
I just woke up.
Nathan and Dagger just still completely groggy.
Oh yeah, Nathan, you look around, you see no elemental, and you kind of get confused where it is, and you just all of a sudden see a shine below your bed, and you look under it, and you see the elemental just floating between just the ground and the bed frame. But yeah, how are you gonna respond to this? Are you gonna respond to it at all?
Did you guys ask him what it is yet?
I have indeed asked from whom they come to us from.
Apparently it's nothing compared to us fleshy meat bags or whatever. I don't know, I'm so tired.
You've been drinking too much.
If they're talking about
I feel
that,
fine.
That goes back to bed.
His sense of
Fine.
pain is dulled by the alcohol. The hangover is right hurting just as much.
grabs my maul. Are you unlike us fleshy living beings? Or am I mistaken?
I am beyond that. I am ever present. I am immortal. If you wish to get my favor, listen well. Present to me or my flock the heart of the leader of this place, and you shall have my favor. The bird in me looks at Karok.
It hasn't quite clicked yet. If anyone wants to seize this opportunity before
How-
the Doomslayer music begins.
What? In doing this, what would be the purpose in this? What has led to you reaching out to us to do this task? Or
Roll me a
why would you-
persuasion check.
So can I get a recall since I was not there? What did we hear the information give the bird?
You weren't awake for that, so
No, okay. Never mind
no
then.
reason to. Your character confusion is completely justified.
Yeah.
All right, good. Good.
The raven twirls its head a bit. Looks at you, Brit, again. There are treasures my flock offers for those who are willing to cooperate with us. And all of you, while meager maggots swiveling in the dirt, have some potential to become more.
You honor us.
I want to try something.
Uh-huh.
You said that the bird is like a ghost, right?
Yeah.
What happens if I put my sword through it just like slowly?
Well, first of all,
The bird's talking.
Like-
he just
like,
slowly
you know how
edges
you would
through
kind
the
of
race.
wave your hands through something?
You're not poking the bird.
We're
Uh,
not no, we
uh,
don't poke before you speak.
well,
No, while it's
well, first of
offering to
all,
both smite and bless us.
well, here's the thing. You gotta open up the window because there's a window between then. Unless you want to just puncture the window.
It's outside the window. I
Yes.
see. Okay.
Push his sword through the window aggressively.
If I vibrate the sword at the right frequency, it'll just go straight through the window.
What the heck is that from?
Yes.
Sylvie, what is that from?
Anyway,
Anime logic.
if there's no
That is full on anime
if there
logic.
is, if there,
It's the flash logic is what it is.
if there is no response from any of you, the bird looks
Well,
at Kirok.
Well, I'm the one who.
You decide what you want to say.
Kark will frown.
I basically asked as to what has he done in order to warrant such an offer?
Kark kind of
The-
side eyes
The
you.
leader,
That
Is
is
it not obvious?
besides the obvious.
For now.
that is it looks at you, Brit. It says, that mortal desecrated our shrine. One of many. But an insult is an insult, and it needs to be resolved in blood. A still beating heart should suffice. Looking at you, Karok, the bird just twirls its head a bit, then peeks into you, like just flies up slightly above and kind of levels with you, even though across the window. That man sees nothing in what you worship. It sees nothing but a trifling problem, an insignificant speck to your everyday life. Your entire existence in his eyes means nothing.
I'm just gonna okay. Kark's already pissed about the situation. Oh, the bird. This bird seems very reasonable.
Reasonable.
No manipulation occurring here at all. Karok is very receptive to these ideas. You know what? Karok is gonna be quite quiet in thought. He's gonna step back from the window, hand to chin, in deep contemplation.
gonna poke you in the foot
As
with my maul.
okay, before you continue, the raven looks back at you, Britt, and says, "If you wish to continue this conversation, you'll find us everywhere where there is an open sky. Bring us the offering, still warm heart of that man in the middle of the night, and you shall have our audience." And then it just immediately flies off. And a good like 20, 30 feet up from the window, it just immediately just vanishes into this whitish mist.
Take him back, sec.
I doubt.
That has become abundantly clear, brother.
I doubt we should follow the whims of an unknown bird. For do we even know from who or what it is? Apologies for waking up late.
It does seem, given the current recent circumstances, it seems to be happening to us quite a lot.
What are y'all?
Yes.
What are y'all talking about? You just see rubbing
it
the
ap-
tightness from his eyes.
It
Hold on,
appears
what
we
did-
had a visitor. A ghostly apparition of the feathered variety.
You say a raven.
He wants us to. It offers us its favor.
Is it God? Is it a demon?
That
Claims
was...
to be.
He called himself immortal.
And I damn well hope that you don't actually plan on considering to make a deal with this.
Yeah, I
You
look
should
over at
not
Nate.
consider it.
Eric, how many people are in this building? Was it packed? Or
It was packed when you got there. There were like 40, 50 people. Now waking up, you see the daylight in the distance. You assume it's being dawn somewhere to the east. It's quiet. Nobody. You can not.
Karak's gonna go and just open the door and check the hallway.
The hallway is that quiet. You see several rooms, and you basically have one big on the side. All the rest ones all closed, and everything is quiet.
Araxis, can I make a religion check to see if I can recall this particular creature?
Sure.
You know what? Might as well make one as well, just to make.
That's
sure.
what I was gonna ask Nathan about. I just asked.
We should all make one.
Yeah, I don't know much about religion. All I know is I kind of do want to Gallagher this guy's skull, but I don't think it's the right thing to do.
Damn.
You want to give me advantage to Rick then?
Gallagher.
What's it?
12.
It's completely
Alright, well-
irrelevant what this thing
Yeah,
is
sure.
from.
Alright.
Yeah, no.
There you go, Brit.
Brett, like, bird.
Glowy bird. Wasn't
Bird.
there a man named Khadgar? Once.
And
Fuck it, I'm rolling. Oh.
There was a man, a lizard. Ooh.
That thing used to be a dinosaur.
what are you on about?
Alright, Farron and Nate in
I-
the highest rolls of 14.
Give me a second.
Let's go.
Wait, what is everyone rolling for?
Religion.
Just a religion.
Religion on the
Religion.
bird.
Wait,
Now,
circle
why
quick,
not?
get a nat 20.
Come.
That'd be the greatest time to get a
He
nat.
gets the nat 20.
Oh. Kara, is Kara gonna
I'll
hit it?
also roll a
Hey,
religion.
hey,
I'm
listen,
contemplating heavily.
all my good rolls were last week. I'm sorry.
Oh my god. Okay.
What kind of
What are these
paladins are we?
rolls?
Okay.
Hey, I
So
got a
Nathan and Theron. Something of this bird rings in your minds both, and you realize you don't remember the details, you don't remember what it is, but you both remember that, I guess for Nathan, you know that you read about a spectral bird of undead offering something, and you don't know the specifics, but you know it's not a good thing. That's the main thing you get, the main concern.
Clear message. Don't accept this for whatever fucking reason.
Alright, well, the answer is pretty clear. He's kind of like, you could see him still kind of rubbing his head. Lieutenant, Lieutenant 7, Lieutenant of Trust. One must not trust a demon or angel, the same way you don't trust a stranger. If you know their motive, they can become powerful tools, your cause, yada yada. He was kind of angry when he said that.
That should go for undead as well.
Do you really
But-
think we need to go that far?
Okay,
Doesn't
so
matter what it's from. It already starts at the very beginning
Okay.
of just mortality itself.
Okay,
It
can I-
claims to be immortal. It is our enemy.
Can I like, while this is happening, Kara, can I just, you want to do this now so everybody can hear it?
No.
No? Okay. Because you see
I don't
him.
like that.
You see him.
Oh.
Yeah.
Oh.
Yeah, you wanna, because while everybody was discussing Karok, you got some insight by reading for the Signs of Gods, and you make your way towards where you know the governor is, where the last thing you saw, and you see that there are no guards by the gate. It's still early morning, but you see beyond the gate through the cracks. You see the governor or the lord or whatever you wish to call him. He is on his knees looking at something in the grass. It's raining, it's pouring on him, but he seems to be unflinching. If you try the door, or guess the gate, you see that there is nothing locked. It's just a very quite heavy gate, but nothing that you cannot push aside, but it would make a lot of noise.
You know what? That's fine. I will push it open.
Okay.
Sound be damned.
Sound be damned. Give me a second, I'm just gonna find something real quick. There you go. So,
Casually walked out in the middle of that whole discussion.
yeah.
Alright,
Dude,
So while this is happening, what is everybody else doing? Just you see the
I
characters.
will make a stand saying the reason why apparently in excavation they have desecrated a shrine or something of that nature.
That wouldn't be our concern.
I
I know to that, but that's a question of sign insulting the gods. Doesn't paint a pretty picture. I mean, I can understand why Karak over here wouldn't.
where is Carol?
Oh no.
Baron motions over to where Karak was standing. Looks
Can you
to
see like
everybody
the
else.
dotted
We
outline?
need
Go
to
find
go.
him.
The dotted
Books it.
outline, yes.
Yeah.
Boing, boing.
Okay, by the way,
I suggest.
up. I have a legitimate question here. Where is Chadwick sleeping? I don't know if Chadwick decided to sleep in the room this time.
I mean,
I'm
technically,
pretty sure he woke up.
It was big enough.
yeah, big enough.
It was
Yeah.
big
Yeah,
enough.
Yeah,
I
I open the window. If it's no more than 2 stories high, I jump out.
Jesus, it is.
And
Chat.
And I'm going to be using Channel Divinity Athletics. Your perilous
Chat.
athlete.
Okay.
And I'm.
And I say, Chadwick, meet me out front. And you go,
Okay, so as all of you start to make your way towards the governor's place, yeah, Karak, the door swings open. There's this large metallic rind of the hinges, and you see that the governor, still in the same clothing, just maybe plain clothes under the jacket, with cane and all, seemingly just turns his head, looks at you, and then looks back at what he was looking at.
I'm just gonna walk straight on over.
So, what you see, my good sir, is what he's looking at is two plaques of marble. In them, there is writing in common. Sophie and Tasha, who seem by the current dates, if you remember your dates correctly, who died 3 years ago, ages 7 and 8 respectively.
General knowledge. Did anything major happen that time?
2.5.
History, right?
history check.
History check, yeah.
What is my history? Not great, I don't think. Yeah, +0. 14.
There's all of a sudden this thickening feeling in your stomach that you're missing something crucial about this place. Something has happened here, something bad, but it's on your mind. Something has happened. But besides that, the man turns his head.
I will continue to walk up to him. And assuming he doesn't move to leave or anything, I will stop about 2 meters away from him. Does he say anything?
No, he's just quietly staring at these two marble plaques.
Greetings. I apologize for the unfortunate hour, but I am here for you. You see, I am here to warn you.
The man looks at you. It's you can see his eyes first, maybe with neutral gaze, all of a sudden look quite bitter, filled with anger. But he remains silent.
It is my fear that you have, in your thoughts and acts, greatly insulted the gods. And that either they, or one of their more devout subjects, has decided to forcibly correct this through violent means.
There's a smile on the man's face as he twists his head slightly. And what are you supposed to be? Its executioner? I did not thought that the Centus would fall this low.
There's a pause, and then Karak says, "Oh, no. I considered it greatly, but I have decided better of it. There is a time for great violence, and now it is not currently the time. I have consulted with the gods and perceived their signs as well I can, and I do not believe it is I who will cause you great suffering in this manner. No, instead it's a crow. It said something about having people rip your heart out and used as an offering.
You see the man's gaze is unflinching, staring him down. There is no changing emotion. Good. Let them come. One by one they will die. They deserve for what they have done to me, and they shall suffer more if they come closer to me. At this
Carol
point,
lets out a chuckle.
At this point, all of you can see that there is a gate wide open to the manor where you met with the lord of this place, and you see that the governor is kneeling, looking at Karak, while Karak is seemingly just chuckling to himself in the distance, maybe a good 150 feet away.
Totally not ominous at all.
Yeah, absolutely not.
Not ominous at all. Just
In the
really
rain,
chill.
by the way. Damn, it's dramatic.
Does
Karok finishes his chuckle and says, I admire your bravery greatly, but I do not think it will save you from the god's wrath.
I oppose the will of the gods.
And do you not see that that is kind of the issue here?
He all of a
You
sudden...
do not understand that your most aggressive heresy, your disrespect, is bringing about this for you?
He all of a sudden stands up, still in this anger, staring you down, and then kind of stabs the cane towards the ground. I lost everything because I put the faith in the gods. Everything.
You misunderstand, sir. Everything you have has been given. It can be taken away just as easily. I kind of look at the graves, look back at him. While you have my sympathy for your personal loss, your subsequent actions are far more concerning. Truly, you are being tested and failing in the extreme.
No, I am not failing anyone that I do not wish to commune. If the gods are bitter at me, they could strike me here and now, but they aren't. Are they? He kind of comes closer to you about a mirror.
Carol actually looks up for any lightning. He's kind of half expecting.
Do you see fire falling from the sky? Do you see this town ablaze? No, you foolish, pettish fucking orc. The wills of the gods do not exist. Only stupid mortals like you who blindly follow some trivial little pixie or some fucking lowlife demon.
Doesn't think gods exist.
And all of you can hear this because he is...
He must think the world is flat.
Actually, in this context, yeah.
I wouldn't doubt it.
I mean, here's the thing. You all hear this because you can technically just approach. As
Yeah, I'm being slower about it. I'm just... Now that we're in safe range, I'm just waiting until he does something before
Pushing
acting
bridge
anymore.
forward. That was
Yeah, Karak's posture is
Come on, do
completely
it.
open. He's not got any weapons in his hand. His arms are at his side.
Yeah, that's why he's like slowed down at this point. Like Farron's just kind of gotten to like the 120 foot mark, moved to the 100-foot mark, and just stood there, raised his hands. Don't move any further. Let Korok handle this. If he gets aggressive, I'll put a stop to it.
the man looks
And
around,
I'm gonna hold
sees...
my action to
The man looks...
use command.
Yeah. The Lord looks at all of you in the distance, seeing you clearly now through the rain, looks back at you, Karak, and points his cane at you. There once was the pixie in the forest to the north. It gathered followers who believed it would be a good sign to follow it, since it promised all kinds of trinkets, baubles. And what did they do when they amassed enough people? They came here with torches, trying to set everything ablaze, burning everything they see fit. Now tell me, is that the fate of the gods? Or is that some...
Carrick has no hesitation. Yes.
No. That is the...
But yes.
That is a hubris of people who lack any sort of self-thought about what's going on. You are no different. What do you need to be convinced of? Does somebody needs to summon some shiny little creature that sparkles and would tell you to massacre an entire city of innocents, and you would do it because you would think it's the fucking gods? Would you take your own comrades' lives if some thunder would spell out the words in common or whatever fucking language you comprehend? Would you follow its command because it's from the gods?
Yes. You see, you say I am blind and have no judgment, but are you not the exact same? Your solution to your childish frustrations is to simply deny the inevitable. Worse still, to throw salt on the wound by insulting those who could, if they wished, strike you down at a moment's notice. But they don't, because although the gods are wise and merciful, they are also cruel. To simply strike you down for your such blatant heresy and disregard for righteousness would not be suitable. Indeed, you speak of fire and burning, and these thoughts have passed my mind as well, but then I realized that is not appropriate. Instead, your existence seems quite miserable enough already. Don't misunderstand me, I am not here to strike you down, nor am I here to defend you. I am here to give you a final chance at understanding. Understanding
Until
who you
what?
are and who you deal with.
He immediately cuts you out. Until what? Is the Order of Centus, the order dedicated to protect humanity from the divine and unholy, is threatening me here in my home for my life because some fucking thing that you came up with threatened me or offered something for you as a reward. Is that what you're telling me? Is that how much the Order has fallen nowadays? It immediately looks at all of you in the distance.
Can I do an insight check? Has he interacted with the Order much before? Just in a way he's speaking.
Roll me an insight check.
I don't even know what my insight is. Not good. Nothing's good. Kirk's a fucking moron.
A well-spoken moron, but a moron.
Yeah.
You have
Yeah,
no
that's
fucking clue. Like, you're clueless. You're fucking getting rained on. This is not the best thing for observation. Everybody's getting poured on. Anybody wants to intervene at all?
Nah, I'm encouraging people not to. I think.
I'm giving you a small kick in the ass and giving Britt a small pat on the shoulder. It's de-escalation. Just looking at you both. De-escalation.
It's too late for that.
Gorok has the right to bring forth his beliefs to someone else, as long as he doesn't get violent. There is nothing we can really do about it.
Karok
Circle would
pauses for a moment. He's going to make one final attempt to do what he believes is in his weird, very weird logic, the right thing to do. My good friend, I am merely here to demonstrate to you that in your attempts to reject the gods, you are no less under their power than you were when you worshipped them. Your fate is no better, only filled with more spite. You have truly doomed yourself in your rejection of such gracious creatures. I merely wish to help you see the error of your ways before your end. For while I do not accept the task to rip out your heart and offer it up, someone will.
Uh,
If not today, then tomorrow.
well, here's the
And if
thing.
not that, the next day.
When the ripping of the heart part comes up, the Lord just stares at the rest of you, just standing there at the distance, and then looks back at Karok. And there's, for the first time, a smile on his face, on the Lord's face, Karok, as he kind of chuckles to himself. So, there is your hubris. There is your insignificant process of thought. Your blind dedication to the gods. Which gods? Every god? All gods? The gods who fight each other? The gods who kill each other? For what? For nothing? Insignificant to humanity? You say, I don't help you. You say, I don't care for you or for your goals. Yet I offer transportation to the place you need. I understand tragedy. And what do you do in return? You witness something. And now you come here tossing idle threats at me, not comprehending the measurements of the consequences that could become of you.
Karok lets out kind of a frustrated sigh. You misunderstand me, friend. I am not here to help you, nor to spite you, nor to threaten you. I am here to give you one final chance at redemption. But I see that you have already made your decision. And so I shall leave you to your fate. And with that, I'll turn around. And for the first time, notice everyone else is there. Oh!
You see Farron just like waving.
I'm leaned up against the door, my hands crossed. I'm not happy.
He literally like gestures with both arms like against his chest to the guy behind him. He's like, I'm just trying to help.
I just point in the direction of the gates.
I let out a sigh. Good luck fighting the gods with naught but your own spite. And with that, I will head on back over towards the group, and then in the direction I've been pointed.
He bellows out. He bellows out. Half-orc. A curio from you. A question.
Excited Karok noises.
How do you measure fate?
Fate?
Yes, you believe in gods. How do you measure how much one believes in one? Or any, or all of them?
Karok is genuinely interested by this question. Strokes his chin. I do not claim to be a learned man, but by perhaps the extent of their knowledge and the purity of their beliefs, and the zealousness of their actions. Those three, I think, make a respectable measurement.
There is this frustrating sigh. So tell me what you see in me as I do this. He coughs a bit and starts walking back the way he came, and you see above him a halo starts to form, shining brightly as he walks just basically beside you back into his home. But before he gets to the door, the halo fades away and he opens the door and just closes it shut.
Computer error noises.
I
What
would
just
like to.
happened?
What
Oh yeah,
is
so
the gate
from
still open?
yeah, the gate is open, but
You were looking.
the house within basically got closed. Those who were like the furthest away, all of you saw when the halo appeared, his eyes began glowing bright, orange yellowish for a split second.
Could I have done detect magic or no?
Sure.
Divine Sense?
Yeah. Okay.
Celestial.
I guess that's...
There's hints of celestial, especially in the halo part.
There is massive surprise, like his eyes are wide open. If you can see it, you know he saw something. More than just a halo.
Sergal would walk up to the graves and look at the inscriptions.
It is dedicated to two children, 8-year-old that died about 3 years ago. There's nothing.
Don't really have any trinkets to lay down.
Can I make a
Sergal
history
just
check
About what, Sylvie?
of the children if I knew them?
Oh fuck.
Oh.
Oh no.
Oh, no.
Roll me a history
Oh,
check.
no.
Roll me a history check.
Nope.
Yeah, by the way, as Karak is leaving, going the directed pointed.
I mean, he stopped with that. He's kind of stunned, and
Yeah.
and the stun kind of fades away, and he's just confused.
I take Karak's hand and start walking back inside. It's time to get some sleep.
I'm going to stop.
Who the fuck was that?
Just breathe.
I'm leaving
You see the
Brit.
glowing short man?
Breathe.
I'm leaving Brit to handle the group. I'm taking Karak home.
I
Confused child, Karok. Why do I get one of those?
breathe. For the slight moment that I had, the signs of it was not an illusion. Celestial. We should
Why I
return.
that is why I wanted to discuss it before moving forward.
Not here.
Yes,
Not
definitely
inside
not.
the city.
Definitely not. At this point, let's us just hope that this interruption hasn't affected
he's gonna-
our transport situation.
Just walks off. My boots are getting wet.
You're all still in the rain, just getting drenched.
Anybody got prestidigitation? No? Dang.
No. Oh.
Sergal does still have a lot of loot, so he's gonna like pick one up and
Wait, you're
With
talking about actual loots, right?
yeah,
Okay.
and he's gonna take one out of his pack and with a knife like just crudely carve out a little inscription in Sylvan. Just
The gift, I imagine.
it's a prayer that basically means may light never die here. And he just lays it down between the two graves. And then
Present's present.
gift for the dead.
So, what'd you like to do?
I'm going back to the inn. Fuck that.
We're going
Back to
Yeah,
bed.
let's go back to the inn.
I'm drenched. I don't want to catch a cold.
So, for how long are you gonna
Oh
stay in
wait,
the
we're
You can.
paladins.
Ha ha.
cold? Never heard of it. Smiley face.
If only I was a paladin right now, because I have a small cold.
Okay, so.
He gained.
You go back to the inn, I assume, right? And you're gonna, I guess, wait for someone to call you up or anything particular.
Checking whether
Might
the
as well
elemental is
have
still
it.
there.
I just won't have it now. Before we enter the room, I'm pulling Karok aside.
I would like to say that, remember, Karak and me went ahead of you lot. So you'll be taking him aside
so we'll
after
probably already
you
be
guys.
Well,
Yeah, you walk in like,
still.
Karak, I need a moment. Gets in closet.
Yeah, you come in. Karak's like sitting with like his knees up against his chest, like hugging them, just
Aw.
confused. He does not understand. How could such a heretical person in any way be blessed by the gods?
Lord of them.
So when I enter the room, I'm going to be super like there's like a anger face.
Angry
But
face.
as soon as I see you there, it's like big sigh. It's like gonna sit down next to you. So.
Oh yeah, also
Right.
at this point, there's some people early in the tavern. There's 3 people, what seems to be having some drinks and some gruel. Not gruel, some, something like gruel, just awful looking, smelling disgusting. But yeah.
You're all right, Carol.
He he just looks confused, like genuinely confused. He is a child who thought he understood something and it's just been thrown in his face. So he's just kind of a bit stunned. And he kind of just looks at you. I do not understand. Is it his determination? Is it his sacrifice? What is it that they could see in such a brazen individual?
Just his love.
I don't have a quick answer for that. You know there are many gods out there. Each with their own, let's just say, guidelines to uphold. There, and the guidelines of one god doesn't always align with the guidelines of another.
Is everybody part of this conversation, or
Technically, yes.
No, I think
oh, wait.
I'm pretty sure Britt intended to pull Karak aside for
True,
this. She might
true.
overhear some of it, but it
they?
would be very socially awkward to interrupt the conversation.
It would be.
just making sure I'm there?
You'd probably overhear it, like through a door or something, if you wanted to.
Mom and Dad are fighting again.
Karag is... He's not upset, in a way. he's just. In fact, he's kind of scared he's made a terrible mistake. And he is somehow. He's realizing, as he sits there, the hubris of his own actions. And he is going through a spiral of regret. And he just is sad. In the corner. He looks at you. And then seeing you have no answers to his questions, lets out a small sigh, straightens himself, looks at you and says, I apologize for going on my own. I was trying to follow the god sign and they kind of took me along. I will try to share anything I might see in the future a bit clearer. It's just I'm not always right. And then he kind of leans forward, and I don't want to sound stupid.
All right, everyone in this group will have their own voice and be heard. The important thing to note is that we are, in fact, a group, and anything we do should be done as any decision we come across should be made as a group.
Nods. Just absently nods with a smile, and then he kind of realizes that's actually a critique of him, and he goes, oh, yes. I will attempt to do better.
Do admit this. I do admire your commitment to the gods. Just try not to overdo it in the future. Alright?
Error sounds. I will try.
Alright. Going to pat, like, big old firm pat on the shoulder and then goes back to turns around to see everybody. Turns around. I'm assuming every single one of you are just watching me, right?
Oh no.
Fair's
Don't worry,
awful,
Karak
he's not
hasn't
listening,
noticed.
But yeah. Don't worry. But
I never
yeah,
put-
yeah.
Karak has like a vision range of like 3 feet right now.
Anybody else other than like us?
That goes for every one of you. I expect you all to discuss it as a group before going out on your own to do things.
Reasonable.
Salute.
I love it.
Might we bring up the point that for those who are uncertain, as I used some of my magic in the slight window, I can confirm that it was no illusion. It was, in fact, celestial.
Garrick is like, oh god.
No, Karak is like, he's gone deaf to the world. He is consumed by his own thoughts.
You know, some of it's, let's see, he kind of goes in his own head. Some of it might be genetic, but I'll say this. Look, the gods fight with each other. One thing God says is good, another will say is bad. You follow one, you're bound to piss off another. Who knows what
Forsaken
God
by
favors
one,
him?
Forsaken by one, gained by another.
It's a good thing Karak can't hear you, that would break him. You just fucking lose the will to live.
What?
Oh.
And I have a hangover, so clearly the only proper solution. We're gonna get down something to drink.
It's like 3 in the morning.
No, it's like it's like
Fair,
7.
start to get up and start.
With this coming to light, it would appear that things that are not exactly black and white. So, everybody, when it comes to this stuff, please be careful.
Should we also bring up that we should not follow any offers from dubious sources like a ghostly bird. None of us would have, of course. But let's not even consider it, unless we know for sure. Correct?
Just the point of discussing things before we do.
Nod.
I know what will cheer you up, Karak. Let's go have a tea party.
Okay. 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 So it's about
Morning, everyone. I guess.
yeah. So it's about 7 a.m. in the morning. It's quite early, and I guess all of you are just gonna chill in the tavern and wait. Nothing else.
Kinda.
Okay. So.
What's for breakfast?
For breakfast, there is a choice between hardtack, which is basically a very, very hard biscuit that you can break your teeth with, or gruel, which is this porridge, but worse.
I want to break my teeth right now.
Nice.
It's a question that has never occurred to me before.
Uh-huh.
Does Nathan actually have, like, humanoid teeth?
Technically, yes and no.
He's a piranha.
No.
He live in the Amazon.
No. His front teeth are human-ish, while back teeth are sharp.
Oh.
As in,
That is
yeah.
an interesting combination.
Yeah.
Hey, you're double. Hey, wait a second. The child. Remember that one?
Anyway,
Very well.
so
Taking hardtack.
yeah. Everybody decides what they want to eat. Sylvie provides for tea. And a good
Tea
hour.
party.
Yeah, Jesus Christ. And a good hour and a half passes as all of you skulk in the inn waiting for something. And that's some.
Gulk? I'm telling stories. I have alcohol now.
Okay, everybody's skulking.
Source of power.
Everybody's skulking except for Worm, Farron, who's telling the who's telling the greatest fucking feats that he has ever read or noticed that is worthy of him. But also, Nathan, you have the elemental who's just chilling with you.
Okay, so it's still around. Okay.
Yes.
Oh yeah, you exist. Forgot that thing. The little totem hovering through the room.
I mean, it's chilling. It's vibing. It's floating around you, but mainly circles around Nathan. Just
A small joke of land and sea. A great balance. Or probable.
I honestly think that it only really likes me because I can speak its language.
Mayhaps. But I am happy of your previous decision. I shouldn't have weighed in, but it was a matter that caught my attention greatly. Industry is a tug of war between nature and humanity. The common, yes, the greener sort. It simply upset me greatly.
To be honest, I still haven't finished that decision with myself. I still don't know whether it's good to actually keep it around.
Well, we could always send it back if we find the right method.
You can see that his like face just kind of shifts. We're not sending it back.
Not in the mind. Somehow, returning it to its plane would be a thing we could achieve. if we had the ability to.
That's the problem. Right now, there's only really two options. Keep an eye on it, or make sure that nobody else needs to keep an eye on it anymore.
That in
You don't
fact
like I have idea.
makes sense. Make sure it does not cause trouble, correct? I would trust that.
Kinda checks for the position of the sword in the sheath.
I mean, it's still there, as it usually is.
Good.
It's, no, the elemental stole it. Run away! Just anyway.
I'm
Yeah.
so sorry about the dog. If you can hear it.
No.
Oh, it's fun actually. Jake seems to be finding on that end.
Yeah.
In the end, just finish breakfast. No further events on my end.
Yeah. Takes you a good just hour and a half just chilling, minding your own business. More people show up, some leave, and then of course you see one of the Lord's guards walk in, fully equipped as always, but doesn't say anything to anyone. Just kind of walks up to you, Brit, and kind of looks around at everybody else. Transportation is ready in about 10 minutes, so if you could please follow me.
And then took the dragon. Oh, alright. Well, that's okay.
You hear Snake,
Oh, he was getting
you
the
hear
best part.
throughout. You hear everyone?
Immediately
Grab
rise
it.
from the seat, facing you.
We're leaving. Get your stuff and head out.
You heard her. Alright, let's go.
Give me a second. So, you're going back to the quarry, which at the moment there's almost no fires anywhere, but you see there's a lot of people down there, a lot of elementals, and of course now you see the familiar halfling that you first interacted that was basically told to you that it's the foreman, the master elementalist. He and his elemental seemingly picking around all the massive chunks of coal and putting into this bright green circle that you can see the only edges in the pile of the coal. And there is a lot of coal. Maybe 40 by 60 feet wide and maybe 80-90 feet tall. It's an entire mountain of coal. Just giant boulders. And all of a sudden the foreman almost instinctually starts whistling, and Emil's eyes glare up at you, and he starts giving this waving motion for all of you to come down into the...
A lot of music, little voice.
Really?
To me, at least. Anybody else?
Yeah.
You should have...
Just a lot of trumpet.
The music just pumped up. It's
Yeah. Did you hear what I said though?
yes.
Yes.
Okay,
yes,
okay.
we completely heard it.
But
all.
yeah.
It's just that it was distracting.
I assume all of you go down towards the...
Yes.
Okay.
Yes.
So, there's this like massive tower of coal, and the halfling just looks at all of you, gives a nod. Well, good to see all of you are doing fine today. Now hop on. Just kind of points at the massive pile of coal.
Alright then.
No strings attached. Like,
No, I mean, are you kidding me? Like, you don't have to convince a dwarf to jump on a pile of rocks.
good point.
Genius.
Circle would be the second to jump on.
Okay. Well, there's no problem climbing on the coals. Question: Is everybody just kind of climbing just a bit, or are you gonna climb to the very top, just 90 feet?
I shall climb to the summit
Roll,
of this peak.
roll me.
I'm.
Roll me an athletics check.
You know what? I feel competitive today.
Everybody who wants to
Yeah,
climb to
wherever
the top,
Stern goes, I'm
athletics.
going.
Those who wish to climb to the top, athletics check.
Crave that.
King of the hill.
What the hell are you gonna toss each other off?
I have the
Ah, for shits and giggles.
I'm sorry, but Chadwick automatically loses this unless he decides to climb up.
Horses are actually very decent climbers.
Have you not played
Not a-
Skyrim?
Not according to the
Have you not,
not according
played
to
Elden
the
Ring?
tests that we did. Those exams. Didn't you fail that exam?
Yeah. Oh, Jesus Christ. Oh, God.
Yeah, he did, clearly.
Nathan, what about you?
I'm fine staying at the bottom. I don't need to go to the top.
Okay, so, you know,
Just
Brit.
casually watching everyone else climbing up.
Brit is like climbing fast, and Karok is fucking beaming eyes of fury fucking to the top. And then you see Sylvie to the side, just going from one chunk, massive rock or boulder of coal to another, just step, 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 step.
Wait a second, Sylvie has the advantage. This is cheating.
Yeah! Well, but Sylvie, congratulations. After a good half a minute, you make it to the very top, and the final one who makes it is Chadwick. And Nathan, you just kind of see everybody climbing, and the half, like, you get like 5 feet, and that's good enough. And the half that just kind of stares at your group just going to the top, and just kind of gives a whistle. Damn. You're a bunch of screwed up individuals. I like it. Pretty good.
You just hear Brit like, "Oh well, I didn't get my morning workout in today, so this was it."
Oh God, give me a second. The music is just all over the place. So,
I may not have won the competition, but I will win the war.
okay.
Stares at Sylvie.
Oh my God.
Points at Sylvie intensely. I shall come out victorious next battle.
Okay, so all of a sudden a sharp whistle comes as you see a handful of individuals staying above you start to raise their hands. These brownish, yellowish sparks start to crackle on their fingertips as the halfling yells out, "Hold on to something, it might be a bit bumpy."
Holds on.
Yeah. So,
Hold does not feel like the best thing to hold on to, but I guess there's no other option.
So Nathan, you're the first one to spot. As soon as the crackling start, you see the sides, the runes start to glow pure white, and these crackling electricity starts to just run up the coal and just kind of cover you as well. You feel this occasional sharp bite of sparks, but nothing painful. And this entire mountain of coal, in a matter of 10 or so seconds, gets enveloped. 4 more seconds pass, and there's a sudden spark of white. As you're somewhere out there, who the fuck knows? Give me 2 seconds, I'll be right back.
Okay.
If you want to have a break, this is your chance for a minute break.
Yeah, okay. Also, Karok, wow. Kudos. That was fucking dope.
I was
That
lured
was
like
a
a
lot of
fucking
character
fish
development all
following
at
a bright
once.
light.
Honestly,
Literally.
I was actually worried that you were gonna kill him, but after just your slight, your very toned down approach, I was like, okay, something else is going on here.
No, yesterday he was fully up for the burn the place to the ground bit, but he had he was told not to, and despite his intensity, he will follow the rules. So he didn't burn it down, losers, party killers.
party.
and then he had some.
Oh, you were about
a
to party.
bonfire.
He had some
A
epiphanies.
bonfire in the rain isn't really much of a bonfire.
I literally I put it down to Eric's. I left the room and I went outside and I said, he stands out the front door and just looks around. What does he see? Basically scrying. And Eric just threw some stuff at me, and I put it together. I was like, oh, okay, you know what? No, he doesn't need to die. He needs to be convinced that he has to change.
And now you feel awful. And now you feel awful.
And now change did not happen, and he has been rewarded for not changing. And Karak is having a slight internal crisis.
Slight.
Slight.
I mean, just don't say anything too heretical. He might just lose all faith.
He just
quit being a paladin, become a berserker.
Oh god.
Become a barbarian.
Wow.
Become a zealot. Zealot barbarian. That's what Karok would be.
Oh god.
Oh yeah.
If you stop believing, wouldn't that be oath breaking?
Oh, we haven't taken our oaths yet, have we? Actually, no, we have. Shit.
We have.
We have.
Hurrah.
I forgot the level ups. My
Yeah.
brain.
Anyway. So, as everybody held tight, and I assume everybody's ready to continue, right? Yes.
Yeah.
As you all feel the sudden flash of just whiteness in your face, all of a sudden you hear a bunch of whistles and yells. You hear a very common phrase from 6 or 7 individuals as you're kind of blinded. Hold! As you see, you are somewhere in the sky, in the clouds, but a giant pile of coal. You see a bunch of fucking griffins riding around the pyre. Nathan, you're like 10 feet, and there's just nothingness of the earth. Maybe a mile drop. As you
I'm
see,
holding on for dear life.
as you see this massive city of Olash, and you're above it quite a bit. As you see this griffins circling around, there are people who are holding similar sparks in their hands, and they're slowly but surely lowering all of you down. Also, one of the griffin riders, yells out, flying slightly above all of you on the top. What the fuck are you doing here? Why are you on the top? Why are you here?
We have a message.
This dwarf is incredibly uncomfortable with how far away he's from the earth.
Literally though. Bear doesn't get scared, but you swear you could see a sweat on his brow.
Well,
like a cat looking
well,
down
the
a
Lord just
bowl of
says,
water.
well, fucking hold tight, because if you're gonna fall off, nobody's gonna catch you. I would like everybody to roll me a strength saving throw.
Oh shit!
This
If
was a
he said no, wait,
mistake.
if he said that, I'm gonna give blessing to 3 people.
Jeez, no, those are
Myself, Chadwick, and Britt.
Just strength?
Everyone else feels betrayal.
Telltale. Ooh, Nathan is just a cloth.
Yeah, no, I don't have that either. Alley-oop.
Everyone
Oh,
has to
God.
make this saving throw. I forgot to unmute. Everyone has to make this?
Yep.
Yes.
Yep.
I'm going to cast Blessing on Nathan, Karok, and myself.
Nothing is gonna save me.
Daggers. It's like that fucking.
Which are
Oh shit.
so
Oh
strength
shit.
saving throw, and we have blessing.
It's a saving throw.
Yes.
You have blessing, Britt.
You add 1d4
Yeah.
to your saving throw.
I just I just.
Saving.
Okay, let's see.
Nathan, Karok, and myself.
Yeah, I see it. I just need to. Yeah, okay, Brett. Who else? Chad, right?
Yep, 21.
21. Let's go. Did everybody roll?
is gonna
3,
hurt.
3, and one more. Ooh.
All right, I got an
Oh
11,
no.
guys.
This is gonna
So
hurt.
all of a sudden, as he says that, there's a sudden crank. As all of a sudden you feel this almost like a free fall, and you feel all the coals just getting like dropping around you, and you gain all of a sudden momentum. All of you hold on, except for Circle and Dagger, as the whole pile of coal just fucking drops like 4 times faster than the rest of you, the rest 2 of you.
Quick, shield surf. Shield surf.
Shields.
Can I
Okay,
attempt to catch either one of them?
Oh, you can only do. Oh, okay. In that case, strength check. Strength check. Everybody can roll strength.
Strength check.
Strength check from two of people from besides Nathan to see if you can catch. 2 people strength checks.
No, I can't. I can't.
That's a good
Because you're at the very bottom, you couldn't reach them.
Ah, okay.
Yeah.
Oh, I was at the bottom too.
Oh, were you?
Should I do it?
Okay, Nathan. Then you can.
Yeah, I never climbed up.
Nathan, you can roll with disadvantage, because this is like.
Do you want me, do you want me to roll as well? Cause...
No. The 2 people can roll on the top and one, which is Nathan, with disadvantage. Because I know immediately you're like assisting, but just a normal straight roll
This
is.
is gonna hurt so much.
Oh, man.
This is bullying.
So still,
Oh,
you try.
no.
You try to
This is
catch.
gonna
You try to catch, and then it's all of a sudden you both like. You see that between a mile to the bottom and where you are, the pile of coal maybe goes like 700 feet just faster in a few seconds than both of you. And the dwarf with the griffin just rides next to you and just says, "Ha, tough luck," and just rides off, leaving you free falling.
Could cast? Can I do
No,
channel
you-
divinity?
Uh-huh.
Could I do a channel divinity at Nature's Wrath and try to grapple them with my spectral
No, you
vines?
went way down. The range is like 700 feet between both of you. But Dagger
So is that
and
cliff?
Sergal, both roll me a d4.
Can I
no.
try and shield surf?
Sergal, you also roll me a d4.
D4, huh?
Yes.
A4.
So while the dwarf kind of chuckles and leaves you all behind, you see 2 griffins just immediately go after you. Dagger, you get snatched by Griffin by the talons, and all of a sudden you just stop midair, and all of a sudden you hear this, "Hey, hold there, girl, hold," and all of a sudden the Griffin just kind of slows down, and you both now hanging on the air, and then you see above the Griffin there's a head peeking out of a human. He waves. "Don't worry, I'll get you down." And he slowly starts to descend very carefully.
Thank you.
As for Circle, free falling, pulling out your shield for a potential surfing target, seeing how that works. You see a griffin just ride just beside you, like just beside you, and then all of a sudden you feel a sudden pull by your collar as you immediately get dragged to the back of the griffin, and alongside you there is a tiefling, a female in her 20s, who doesn't say anything, just looks back at you, eyes you for a bit, and smiles, and then immediately descends downwards. I'll let you throw me a strength saving throw. just strength saving.
That reminds me that I'd probably be out of range of the other 2 people who I cast bless on.
Yeah.
So
I don't think there's
wait,
a.
no, that's +2.
That's
So
not how that
11.
works.
Okay. So
But,
Yeah, it is,
Circle,
like-
yeah, there you go.
yeah. So
14.
you hold for your dear life as you felt like all of a sudden the pull of gravity trying to push you off the griffin, but you held firm. The rest who made it to the bottom, it took like good 20 seconds, and you're just boom, the whole structure, the whole coal in a single sudden thud crashes down, not making like anything big of a mess or a crater, but more like just this rumbling. And all of you seem unscathed, everything is fine. You see ground, and you see massive warehouses around, and you see a lot of carts with horses and rams, and people grabbing smaller pieces of coal and picking the bigger ones with pickaxes and splitting them. Looking above, you see a bunch of griffins fly away, and you see two griffins. One is holding a dagger, slowly descending, while one is just going headfirst down to the ground. What would you like to do?
All right, I look at
I would
Chadwick
call that a
without
YOLO
hesitation.
in Griffin.
I look at Chadwick. It's like, all right, time to send the message. Come on, Chadwick. There is no hesitation. Baron's on the mission.
I grab my throw him on my back. Oh, okay.
Oh, the temple. If I remember correctly, the Centus Order has an establishment here.
Oh yeah, there's the headquarters. But here's the thing, you gotta figure out where you are first, because you just kind of free fall from the sky.
So first,
Yeah, you know, I
thing we
start like going
realized-
pointing.
You just look
just
around and you see
right up, and
you see like 40 feet tall warehouses, about 100 or so people surrounding the pile, pickaxes, axes hitting the coal, splitting it, carriages, a bunch of noise, a bunch of orders shouting, and a lot of swearing. Oh, what the fuck are you all on this pile? Get off!
I look at one of the miners. You, where's the temple?
What temple?
Centus Order.
About a fucking hour and a half walk to the northeast. Why?
Onwards.
You're just gonna jump off 90 feet of coal, just like onwards.
No, like that's up to Chadwick.
Okay.
There is-
So while Chadwick and Farron immediately rush, what is everybody else doing? As Dagger, you're slow descending. It takes you a good minute to just slowly descend by the pile, and the human just says, "There you go, good luck," and then just kind of flies off by his own. While Sergol, if you're here,
I am.
it takes you about 12 seconds from getting picked up to free falling to the ground, until at the last like good 40 something feet, all of a sudden goes 9 degrees horizontally, and then a few seconds later just not crashes but just kind of plumps on the ground and just kind of shakes you off its back. The tiefling looks at you, smiles, winks, and says, "See ya, loser," before it just ascends into the skies, leaving you on the ground.
Circle is absolutely gobsmacked. Like he's kind of shaky for a minute, but like as soon as he's able to like blink and realize where he is, like his hood is, he quickly pulls his hood back up and takes a deep breath.
Okay, so it takes a good 2 minutes for all of you to get down from the coal pile, as being berated by a bunch of workers trying to basically collapse the entire structure so they can get into more coal quicker. And technically all of you are down on the ground. Some are fine, some are gobsmacked, as you would say. So what would you like to do besides, Farron and Chadwick that are gonna just go?
Actually, Chadwick, are you casting Long Strider on yourself?
My fucking...
Yeah, I'll cast Long Strider on myself, get there a little bit faster. Make sure that we're alone for a quick conversation.
I'm just gonna stick to the group. The majority.
Well, here's the thing. Chadwick is running ahead of all of you. I mean, if you're not gonna let him, if you,
Who's gonna catch up to a horse? Tell me.
That's Longstrider.
Hey, anyways, stay close to the main group.
okay. What about the rest of you besides the two zealous people?
Currently lying on the ground, finally happy to be this close to the ground again.
Head count.
Yeah,
who's
Circle
here?
feels that.
Everybody's here except for Farron and Chadwick. You can see in the distance to the northeast are basically heading through the streets, disregarding human life.
Roadrunner, you just see like a giant dust cloud running across the streets in the far distance. I just imagine exactly that, like slowly distancing itself.
A distant shout of onwards.
The British are coming. The
British are coming.
Oh my god.
You moron, they're already. We're already here.
Carol like breaks out of his daze for a second to just see those two charging off to the temple, and then just says, "Good boys."
Oh.
So assume all of you are gonna try to chase after Chadwick while he's going.
Was that goodbye or good?
Come on.
Good boys. They go to the temple. Obviously, they need to pray.
Okay.
See the desperation.
We
Is
haven't
everybody
played in a
able
while,
to
honestly.
stand? Is everyone here to stand and run?
How about a race? Make it fun.
Oh my god.
No.
Okay, if it's gonna be a race, and we're talking every man and woman for themselves, I would like everybody to roll investigation.
Investigation.
Yes, to see,
Gotta
to
figure out
see,
where we're going.
yeah, to see if you can figure out.
Run off in different directions. Spill up, gang.
Split up,
No.
gang. Let's look for
I'm
clues.
saying this
I'm
just.
not finding where we're going. Circle wouldn't be running.
I'm blind.
Thinking about
The
it.
one time I get
Same
it.
here.
Can
Hey,
I have
Britt.
advantage?
I know a
Yeah,
temple.
go
I can
for it.
smell
Okay.
it.
Britt, me and you
Yeah.
both just walk in a circle and end up at the same place.
I honestly see this.
You know
and
what's
I
the
see-
best part? You know.
Okay, split up, gang.
You know what's the best part? Sylvie knows this too well because she basically been in the city the most. Basically born and raised, so she knows everything.
Most, she's the only one who's been in the city.
So, you... Okay, well, everybody I guess follows Sylvie because Sylvie seems to be knowing where exactly to go because she's like, I remember this street, I remember this corner. It's like, damn.
Wait, and from there?
I mean, yeah, you've been you lived in the city for all your life. Sylvie.
Yeah.
So technically, going from the cobbled streets of Olash, the massive city, multi-story things, 10 times as big as Tennis, full of life. For Sylvie, it's easy, knows everything, every single corner shortcut, how to get to the citadel of the Centus Order easily. Chadwick and Farron, you got the destination, you have the zeal and determination, and occasionally ask for directions really quickly, let's be honest. And you find a suitable path to make to the citadel as well. So, the citadel of the Centus Order is in the northeastern side of this city. It is probably 4 to 6 times as big as one in Tanis. It's massive. It houses a lot of people. And technically Chadwick and Farron, you would be the first who make it, but Sylvie, you can
We're moving
spot...
at double their pace. So.
Yeah, but you're very... yeah.
I mean, we're moving at let's see, at 110. The fastest they can move is 60. So
Yes,
Big
but
gap
but
between those
but you
numbers.
but listen.
Yeah,
You-
70 because I'm from 35.
Well,
Nice.
true, but also
Go.
you just been zealous all the time, you know, just like going through everything. Well, Sylvie knows where to go. She has the home advantage.
I mean, to be fair here, we got a 19 on investigation.
True, but she also
And
has lower
so
DC.
did I.
She has lower DC because she knows the
40
place.
feet of movement on her.
Calm down.
yeah,
You you are still victorious. Don't worry. You make it.
You scared me there for a second.
Yeah.
Instant get
You,
victory.
no.
Fair.
You make it. You make it in first. As you see, there are. Give me a second. There are several of Centus order guards. Just full plate, wielding simple pike, short sword by the side. Is standing beside this nice marble arch that leads into the outer garrison of the citadel, where you see a lot of people are training, fighting. It's several times bigger than the one you had in Tanis, the courtyard. Give me a second, let me quickly get the picture. And technically they look at you, eye you a bit. The way is free for you to go. Nobody stops you, nobody asks you of anything. Just kind of politely stand and just, I guess, guard for anything suspicious. How would you like to proceed, Baron and Chadwick?
As we get into the temple, question here: what's the proper name for someone who runs the temple? Who would we give a message like this? Proper title.
Well, question is, what kind of message? That's for you to decide. Because technically,
Tanis was destroyed. That type of message.
you know what? Roll me an intelligence check.
Bruh, I should
Just
know
running,
this.
screaming, "Sound the alarm!" I'll get someone.
Alright,
I just imagine you just fucking at 120, just fucking run in front of the fucking people. Wait for a second and start screaming, "Dennis is dead!"
We're next.
We have a message.
Baron,
Baron
you-
actually does yell out. We have a message to send when he gets into the temple.
Yeah, so you have no fucking clue, because you think like, oh, everybody needs to know, everyone, so everyone should know about this. That's your first fucking instinctual. But when you bellow out,
Good point.
but when you bellow out, all of a sudden, all of those guards who are about 8 to 12, all of a sudden, all of them get at attention, all of a sudden, almost spooked, as 3 of them shout, What message?" Just kind of confused.
This has been attacked.
They look at each other and just kind of point. The way is open. Go.
Yeah, they're moving over.
Technically in the distance, even though you cannot see them, the rest of you can hear Perrin just screaming, "Tanis has been attacked!" And you know that's Perrin. You recognize the Perrin sound.
All you hear
we
is,
know that
as
dwarf
we're-
anywhere.
as we're running, it's like, so much for subtlety.
I figured it
Who said anything about subtlety?
Bryn walks in just like, "No, it's
get a
fine.
you get
Everything's
a
under
duck
control."
Yeah. Is Chadwick is Chadwick just running just straight, just without any just
Galloping through the halls.
Literally, though.
Run
Are
for
you?
your lives!
Are you?
Is that a
Unless the floors are marble, I'm booking it. If they're marble, I'm walking very carefully.
They're marble. Well, I mean, you're still not even you're still not even in the you're still not even in the courtyard. As you see, there's like a good 100 or so people who are trading. All of a sudden, stop all their trading and just kind of look at you.
Keep moving.
And
Oh, you
Once we get into there,
trolls.
just throw me. I'll use the momentum. and
Jesus
start hitting me.
Christ!
Fuck's sake.
Post me.
You know the drill.
Okay. I mean, you see in the courtyard there's a massive iron door with 2 guards standing. Who the door is closed, and as you kind of run towards the stairway, you just immediately see the not the pole arms, but the spears pointing at you. Stop! We
We're
heard
from
what's
the
happening.
Centus order from Tannis. Tannis was attacked.
Like, just roll me a persuasion check.
Can we have advantage? We're in armor. We're like obviously paladins.
Obviously, paladins. Dude runs in.
I mean, if we're
covered in
instant, like if we have
coal
that,
and
Yeah, covered in
probably have
coal and
emblems.
soup, sweating.
A horse with a little rooster tail of dust behind him.
Yeah, and technically, Sylvia and the rest, you actually would make it by the entrance to the Citadel. As you see, all the guards are basically looking. Passive perception for everybody above 12. Among the students and trainees, that is happening. Besides Farron and Chadwick, because you basically zealous all over the place. You see that, there's about 120 feet ahead from the place you're standing. There's Chadwick and Farron getting stopped, not making it further. You see everybody's kind of paused, not knowing what to do, asking around. And looking at the crowd of people, the trainees, you spot a very interesting individual. You spot a 8-foot tall tree and just sitting on the ground observing this. With this massive fucking shield and a massive wooden club. Which is completely out of just out of left field. As you see a bunch of cladded armed people looking, paying attention, and you see this one giant tree and just sitting and just eyeing what Farron is saying, but not really caring for much.
Can I roll a history check?
We have a
Sure.
message to do first.
Sure, roll me history. Well, technically, Britt and everybody else, you can see this, that Farron is like, that is another attack, and it's like, oh yeah, how much did you roll?
The image
Oh.
you showed is fucking
Not enough.
dope. That's a dope character.
I think it was like a 7.
Yeah, you're like, one of the guard size. If you're really from tennis, where's your superiors? What's the order? What's like their procedure to this?
He points over to the group of the upcoming people. They're just behind.
Uh-huh.
Farron is visibly getting pissed.
He looks
Chadwick,
at,
if you want to do something more charismatic, go for it.
is everybody else approaching, or are you just gonna stand and wait?
Stares, looks at the end.
You're
Falling
running.
behind.
We're all trying to get there.
Okay, it takes a good additional like 20 seconds or so, and you catch up with Farron and Chadwick. The guards look at all of you and immediately look at Sylvie, the both guards.
What's up?
Kind of pointing at Sylvie, one of the guards says, "Oh, I recognize her. Weren't you here before?"
Yep.
Yeah.
Yep.
Okay, so what
Been a
is?
while.
It's been a few years, and then looks at the rest of you. So what's Tannis is under attack? Do you have any orders, or what are you
Well,
here
nice
to
to be
meet?
given.
Everyone looks to
Looks
Brit.
at Brit.
Stand
You know what?
straight up.
That old fucking ass coming here, guys, to let you know that Tannis has been fucking leveled. And y'all are acting really fucking, like, nonchalant about this shit. Sorry, Britt. Use the bad word a lot. My bad. Let's see.
I think they're just stunned by our speed.
One of the guards just spelled out, "What do you mean leveled?"
It is a long story. It's best I.
You
Smitten by the
Straight
gods.
Straight
you guys
line
look
moving.
around. You see these people behind me. We're the last ones alive from the town. The rest are dead. How about that?
Roll me a persuasion check.
I'm so sorry, Britt.
Yeah, I say, I say, yeah, what do you think? Can I help him? You look in shabby condition.
It has the talking stick. This is too. Listen, this is.
To be
Sorry,
fair here, we're kind of worked up here. This is in character.
Yeah. So. Roll persuasion. Come on.
Sorry,
it's Chadwick.
taking a second to load. I'm
Yeah,
double
it's
checking
fine.
my persuasion.
It's
believe in
okay.
you.
It's okay. Take your time.
And do I have advantage, or is it just me?
It's you because it would be with disadvantage. So. Yeah.
Fair. Or a 2 and a 5 and a 5 in a row. That's
There is just a silence from both these guards as they look at the rest of the group, waiting for answers.
I've heard last week.
One of them looks like at everyone. One of them looks at you, Sylvie.
Mm-hmm.
Unfortunately, we're the survivors of the attack.
Unfortunately.
We're all that remain.
Why are you complaining? You're the one who told us we should be dead.
I step up towards. I step up towards the guards. Are they like up on at something or are they?
Yeah.
Like,
There,
face to
there,
face with
there,
us
there,
now?
there is a massive, wide, about 40 feet wide staircase that is about 20 or so feet high, and there's a door above it at the very top, and they're basically by the door, talking down at all of you. Or I guess
I
on
would
the
like-
steps.
I will step up towards them and show them my collection of funeral pyre. You know what one of those is. The other one is from there. We need to get a message out to everybody involved. Can you please do that for us?
Where's the chat?
One-
Roll me.
Jesus Christ. One of the guard looks at you, Sylvie, and then looks at the other guard, and a nod as the other guard walks inside, just opens a door with a sudden force and just shuts behind. He will run and see if anybody's available to receive you.
Thank you.
As I guess you all wait for a good minute or so, if anybody wants to do anything.
I say, remember last night when I said we need to do things as a group?
Farron doesn't quite seem to get what you're saying there. He seems still, his mind seems fixated on something. Probably can guess what.
My enthusiasm just was hoping that we would all be there when the original message was delivered.
What? Sorry, were you talking to me?
Yes.
Suddenly, hands on the hips.
Oh no,
Too low
you
to the
didn't.
ground.
Mom mode activated.
Looks at Brit. He's too low to the ground. Your voice passed.
I'm actually
over
on
his head.
Chadwick right now. So I'm a
Yeah.
Oh, he's plenty high enough to hear me.
Well, a good minute and a half passes. And
Alright, he told me to run, so I ran.
Jesus Christ. So
You know you don't have to do everything he tells you to, right? You're not his horse.
Yeah.
character progression from Chadwick. Wait, am I more than a
Yeah, fair.
horse?
And we actually do need to talk about that later, by the way.
Oh.
Sit down.
But a
I
minute.
don't feel balance in this relationship.
Yeah, a minute and a half passes, and a guy comes out, helmet off, sweating, and just kind of screams out while opening the door. The grand coughs off, but the Grandmaster will see you. As he kind of gives like this motion to go.
Well, it's been a while
Marching
since
in
I met
unison.
him. I can't wait to
Yep,
see
it's
him
time
again.
to march, guys.
Oh my
Oh,
god.
Sylvie doesn't march. She skips there.
Oh no.
No,
I like the
this is
idea
really,
of 7
Sylvie,
people
this is an
marching
important
in
person.
unison.
This
Yeah?
is an important person. Let's be paladins.
Taking
Aw.
points.
Oh, sad paladin noises. I understand, but if we're outside, you can skip. But we're inside, going to be an in-person person.
Oh boy.
Let's do this correctly.
So, as it takes you about a minute, as there's this massive hallway of stone that leads about 100 feet. There's a lot of side rooms, but there's another even greater middle door, which is open, and there's several guards who look a lot well equipped than ones to the outside. Can anybody just quickly roll me a history check? Just a history
That
check.
will work, but I'll try it.
I'm gonna give Nathan advantage. I'm gonna help Nathan because
I'll gladly try with that.
Aaron, take the
I'm
advantage.
pretty sure he has a good roll.
Hmm. Decent. I don't.
All right then.
Ooh, Farron. Anybody else?
Farron got it. It's
Okay.
fine.
So,
Yeah, I can't roll
Farron,
it.
Farron, you realize that this is a ceremonial ceremonial garbs of the chosen. These are usually paladins, high paladins, in fact, who are basically mastered some aspect of the order, and they're basically made as messengers, ambassadors of the sense, or just bodyguards whose main duty
Like
is
the Space Marines of the Order.
yeah, kinda as
You can see Farron like straighten his
custodians.
back. And like it looks like he turned to stone in
if
formality.
if all of you has any hesitation or is trying to stop, immediately one of them just looks at you and says go, as the door is open.
Luckily Chadwick's walking, not me.
Yeah. As you're all let inside, and you see a massive fucking opening, like almost like just a massive empty room. But then you see at the very distance, maybe 300 feet away, a massive table, and by the table there are two individuals standing. You realize that this is like a mass gathering hall, like you have in your own fort, where it's where you see basically you could fit maybe 500, 600, maybe up to 1,000 people here to hear something. And you see by other side of the door there are 4 of these guards that walking alongside you as you kind of walk this nice golden yellowish carpet to the massive table. I would like you, all of you, to roll me a history check, as besides these four guards behind you, you see 2 individuals, a tiefling, blue colored,
History, right?
yes, history, or religion, or religion. As you see 2 individuals, one is a tiefling, blue-skinned, seemingly composed and eyeing as you approach, while the other is a dwarf, in similar armor as these guards, but a lot darker and covered in dark furs. Give me a second. 1 and 2. Give me a second. Yeah. So. So Britt, Karok, Farron, and Sylvie. would know these two individuals. The tiefling is Lady Olga Travian, the head of the Quills, an organization of scribes and scholars that are quite spread in the southern side of the empire. Beyond this city, beyond this region, quite a bit of influence in the world. While the dwarf, who looks intimidated, old, and grizzled, is Das Korsmite, the Grand Master of the
Can you write
Centus
down those
Order.
names?
You should know this. This is in the Codex, by the way. Yes, Das Korsmite. He has been the leader, the Grand Master of the Centus Order for about 9.5 years. He is a legend, Brit. He is a legend. He is a demon slayer. He is a dragon slayer, wyvern killer. There's many titles about him. A lot of mythos and legends. And as you kind of approach, the dwarf bellows out, "So what we have here, chosen of Tarumak. Good to see you grazing our halls. I hear there's trouble in Tanis."
I look to Brit. You could tell Farron's holding back for you, Brit, but you don't know how long.
Be snappy about him, too.
Yeah, hold on.
Brit.
Baron talking interrupted. I need to hear the last sentence again so I can get my answer out. What did he say?
God damn it. He
I was
said...
going to answer, but then it got scrambled. By...
He said, I heard there has been an attack on Tanis.
Unfortunately, that is true. Say as I take a step forward.
Towards the table.
Yeah.
The table is 20 feet wide across, so, and about 100 or so feet long. Made of ashen wood. And even if it, like, you cannot reach him, or he could not reach you, unless you want to climb over, or,
No.
yeah, it just, but yeah, you say him. You say to him that, and he slams his war hammer on the table, making a loud audible thunk, staring at you. Well, speak out. What happened? Where is Tarumak, that old bastard? Also, why is he not with you?
He was on a mission of a different sort.
Of course, he goes everywhere, does anything he wants. Okay, so what happened to Tanis?
I start going into detail of everything that happened leading up to it, leaving out Joseph and the fact that we died again.
Yeah, I'm gonna like while she's like getting ready to tell a story, throw my notepad over to her with like the full like double recount of the story, so that it's perfect to detail.
Are you sure you don't want to write it down again?
I think 2 is enough.
3 times the charm.
Well, roll me a persuasion check. Oh no! I'm sorry. Brit, deception.
Mm-hmm.
Deception. Oh, to hide off the Joseph thing.
Honestly, I still question myself on why you hide that.
She hasn't explained it to us yet. Well, not in detail, at least.
It's more of a formality. If they pick up on it, they can ask.
That is no
okay.
great deception check.
So somewhere at the beginning of the day, as you say everything has been as usual, and then all of a sudden, Lady Travian just stares at you, just immediately blinks. You are lying. You're not saying something outright. What are you hiding? Daz stares at you, Britt. There's fire and brimstone in his eyes.
And that's why
Farron
you're
stares at the
honest with your
notepad
boss.
with. Farron stares at the notepad with the part not left out.
I never said anything that wasn't true. I was simply leaving out things that I didn't find important.
Wedding. Bad reasoning.
And Travian just kind of stares
for
at
the
you,
most part.
blinks, and says, I
The
know when someone tries to hide something because they think about it a lot, and your head is like an open book. There's silence, and you see the paladin just gonna step to the side, a good 10 feet surrounding you. Daz just kind of casually grips his warhammer still on the table, staring you down. Now again, without leaving anything behind.
There was only two things that I managed to left out in the initial report. The first thing is that we did have a interesting visitor beforehand, which I honestly do think it has anything to do with the events that occurred. And then I proceed to tell them about Joseph.
Roll me an insight check, all of you, if you want.
Now I'm reminded of the Harpy campaign. Oh boy, the diplomacy shit.
If the paladins turn out to be the diplomatic campaign, I'm going to.
Oh, it will be. We are literally in a rank. Diplomacy is going to be a must.
How did? What?
Let's see.
Inside, right?
Yeah, inside. Oh my god.
Shit. I'm rolling low all day.
How did I get? Yes.
Theron, you look at both these faces. Agitation is filled. You realize that you kind of came in yelling it's like doom and gloom, and then you like casually let's just leave this out. You see as the mentioning of Joseph, like the description of him, you see something bitter in the gaze of Lady Travian. Her eyes lock to Brit's. And there's this sneer look, this hatred bubbling slightly. But yeah. Now question, because this wasn't at the beginning of your story. Are you gonna try to say that you didn't got resurrected? That's for Brit.
I mean, it's fair to say that we don't know what happened in all actuality. It could have been resurrection. That's all we know for certain.
Karak still is not aware we died.
This is, however, different for Brit and Dagger. For Farron, he's like, I'm not exactly sure what.
Yeah,
happened
but Brit knows she.
For Brit and Dagger, though.
Brit knows she.
I did say that I left two things out, and that was the first one.
Yeah, now for the second, if you want to, because at the beginning of the story,
if you're not gonna say something, I will.
Yeah. I remember, and then I go through the story, but then I say, and then during the attack, I left to defend. Everyone left, and then the next thing I remember is darkness, and then waking up. And that's when all of us woke up.
I'm sorry. What did he say? I understood none of that.
He
Not-
saw
I'm
saw
not
the
outright saying. I'm heavily implying that we died and came back.
roll
but
me
I'm not
roll me a
outright saying-
wisdom save. First of all, roll me a deception
Oh.
check.
Fucking stupid. I'm gonna shut up now. You're too flowery with your words.
Roll me a wisdom save. Roll me a wisdom saving throw. Brett, roll me a wisdom saving throw. All of a sudden, you see Brett. You feel an intense pain at the side of your face, and you feel your body become heavy. You can't move. As all of a sudden, you see the glaring eyes of the tiefling staring you down. You died. You know of this. You remember those final moments. And then and as she kind of reaches around hand, she manifests this very large stick and stabs you in the chest, in the missing place of armor.
Unflinching.
Yeah, and then
Not
all
a
of a
good
sudden,
time.
the stick manifests, disappears, and then you regain your basically body again.
Light glare at Brit.
I think everybody's giving looks.
Carrick just staring straight ahead.
I'm just unhappy with Brit for her dishonesty.
I imagine when everybody looks at Brett, Carrick just stares upwards.
Oh, I literally just have my eyes locked on the main kind of like Grandmaster. I'm not moving my gaze. He's doing like a staring into the sun for as long as he
Looking
can.
respectfully.
Oh, he's in awe. No, Carrick is in awe.
Yeah, we're right next to Chaz. This is like, to be clear here, these are the type of people that Fan would tell stories about. And he's just looking at them.
I wasn't there. Listen, don't try to do some maneuvering with these.
Okay, Brit. For the player behind the character, that even I know is not how you handle a situation where you are
Criticism
not
after
in
the
the
session.
power.
let's not look. If you want to talk about it, we can talk about it
I'll
after session.
Okay,
I will
let's talk
explain.
about it later.
I will explain my reasoning afterwards.
There is no reasoning, but okay, I'll hear you out.
That's a discussion for
Anyway, I guess you tell the rest of the tale. And then, Dash just kind of looks at the tiefling and just bellows out, "Verify it." And then he grabs his warhammer. He grabs his warhammer and just kind of vanishes in a sudden burst of light. And immediately a sudden burst of light manifests next to all of you to the side, wielding the warhammer on his shoulder. This dwarf that is about 5 foot tall, which is fucking large for a dwarf, walks around you,
Chad.
cladding in heavy armor, eyeing each individual one of you. I don't fucking know what he saw in all of you. Truly. Why he goes out somewhere, leaving his post, leaving his charge. Any idea where he is? Looks at all of you, then stares
Okay.
at Brit.
Silently shaking my head.
I reach out from my my bag and pull out the letter or the scroll and place it on the table.
He walks up to the table, grabs the scroll, and stares at you, Brit, for a good few seconds.
I'm staring straight and at attention now.
He then looks at all the rest of you and then points the paper at Brit. I really hope this person isn't your leader, because you will die with any true signs of danger. As he all of a sudden just unwraps, just breaks the seal, unwraps the paper, and starts reading.
Oh no. I'm sorry, Britt. Karak has lost all faith in your leadership ability.
Honestly, it's been a long time
like,
coming.
just no. Everything else is fine. The fact they said that, I'm sorry.
Yeah. So all of you just see Travian, while the dwarf is reading the note, kind of contemplates with its eyes, staring somewhere 1,000 yards. And you see this glaring glow of blue and then white in her irises. And then all of a sudden she stares at something a bit panicked, and she wants to scream before she just collapses. All the guards that are around you, all of a sudden unsheath their blades and start looking around. One of them goes under the table or above the table and goes to her, calling her name. The dwarf doesn't even flinch. He's just continuing reading.
Good news?
Are you gonna say that?
No, God, no.
Listen, you can't start saying random shit. Listen, Kara, remember when I
don't think he can read my mind.
Kara, remember,
I don't know.
Kara,
That's what he's thinking. He's not gonna say it. He's not gonna speak.
Kara, remember how I said something as a joke? You know, like, nah, that's actually what you said. I'm gonna do that one time to you. So.
Okay, I'll shut up.
Okay.
That's what I was thinking. He's not gonna speak in front of any of these people.
Yeah.
He knows his place.
All of a sudden, there's a sudden breathe out from the tiefling as she yells, "Des! Finally, Dash just looks across the table where the fallen ASMR is. Even though he can't see her, he just kind of looks. And you all just hear, "It's swarming with undead. They're creatures crawling. They're making something." Dash doesn't respond. He just kind of continues back at reading the letter, then looks every good few seconds, starts looking at each one of you, and then takes a deep breath as he kind of closes the scroll, just kind of breaking it into a single ball of just paper, and then chucking into the air, and all of a sudden it just combusts and disintegrates into ash. And Des all of a sudden just climbs on the table, walks in front of you, Britt, staring at all of you, places his warhammer on the table, looks at all of you again. Roll me an insight check. As all of a sudden, he looks at all the guards surrounding you, maybe 10 feet in this area. Leave.
Everyone.
All of you leave. Except for us 9. The paladins hesitant at first. They all sheath their weapons and proceed to just leave. While the fourth paladin, who was by the tiefling, just kind of grabs her and just kind of carries her out. And a good minute passes in silence. And then there's this sudden loud clunk. And now all of you are in this nice lit by the light of the outside through the yellowish pane glasses near the ceiling. In this giant ass fucking room where echo can be heard, standing in silence in front of this paladin. What would you like to do? And let's see if you roll any good insights. Let's see. Let's see. Give me a second. Oh,
Rock got a dirty 20.
Staring at
Rock-
them non-stop gives me insight. The
know-
gods are sending me a vision.
You know, I'm actually willing to put in a vote for a new leader, and that one vote is for Karok.
Oh god, no.
God,
I will
no.
lead you to
God,
sheer
do
destruction. We will all fucking die within the week.
okay. So only person who passes an insight, because the paladin's is you can read his emotion. You know what to think. Karok, only you pass by the smallest of margins. As it stares at all of you, you realize the next words he's gonna speak are gonna be incredibly painful for all of you, especially you. But it's a necessary thing. But it's essential for what's to come. And he starts to walk slightly around the table. Warhammer still placed where it was. He does like a good 2 walk arounds for a good 10 seconds. And then stares at all of you. As a Grandmaster of the Centus Order, as my right to the order that was bestowed by me, by my fellow brothers and sisters of this order, I am hereby dismantling all of you of right and rank to this order. Your previous titles, achievements, wealth's gain, land's gain, your fame and fortune is null and void in the eyes of the Centus Order. You shall never.
Death
You shall.
takes me.
You shall never call this place or any other home. And then he kind of twitches a bit, looking at all of you. What did Tarumak see in you? I will not know. Truly. He eyes all of you. He foresaw this. He foresaw the destruction of Tanis. He knew that only 8 of you will survive. And he has instructed me to find you a path to him. Now, the thing is, I don't know where he is, or where he goes, or when he will be back. But you gotta look for him.
Yeah. Hey, Farron. Farron, can I talk to this guy? Or should I be quiet?
As all of a sudden he's just
Any
gonna
questions all the time.
he's gonna jump off the table and start walking down just to your side, to your left side, a good 20 or so feet, and then he starts tapping the floorboards, and he just kind of lifts up one of these massive, about half feet thick and like square feet of marble blocks, and just kind of pulls out of the ground and places to the side. And then he pulls his hand in, and there comes a small little chest. And then he kind of walks to you, holding this chest with his both hands, looking at it. Looks at all of you. You gotta deliver this to him. He foresaw something after that cursed sky fell. He saw that this day should come, and he was preparing it. I did not believe him, but I owed him a few favors. As he kind of extends the hand with the small little chest. It's like a foot wide and like maybe half foot tall. Very lean. And just kind of hands it out to the group. Who's gonna pick it up?
I will be the one to pick it up. With
Seeing the
all the
determination
respect.
in his eyes, I kind of just let it happen. There's no objection from me.
I walk with my hands forwards. With only, as previously mentioned, determination in my eyes. I will take it, if you allow it.
I mean, if you grab it, he's not gonna move.
Oh, yeah, well, I gently take
Yeah.
it. I hope, I look back at the rest of the group. I hope this does not bother any of you.
And then as soon as you take it, he goes back to the marble thing, the marble brick, and puts it back in nicely. And then looks back at all of you as he walks towards the table. You are dismissed forever.
I nod. Thank you for having us for as long as you did. Dagger actually starts walking out.
Kind of like I lean over to like Chadwick's ear. Do you still got a question?
No, I can hold my tongue. It's fine.
So what is everybody doing?
walk-
Sylvie's gonna hook arms with Nathan and Circle, and we're gonna leave.
No. I'm just standing there.
I'm going out of the order. I'll be waiting for the rest of the group outside.
Alright, I have a question here. Who's immediately just like, well, I should say, who's within the first 5 seconds actively walking away, and who isn't?
Me, I suppose.
Circle is.
Sylvie
Alright,
is.
alright. Karak, Nathan, Britt,
Kark's stun locked.
I'm not.
got it. Got
Brit,
it.
Brit stopped listening as soon as he started talking, saying we were dismissed from the order.
Got it.
This is-
Then
This is not going
I
to be
think-
fun for me.
I think with that said, I'm gonna have to give a small pep talk here.
Please do.
Not in front of the guy.
He doesn't care. He does not give a shit. I'm gonna be honest here. This guy is the last thing from caring about us.
I mean, we still owe him our respect.
If Kara could read your mind, you'd be fucking smited.
Look, alright, so kind of like, Nathan, Britt, Clark. We may have been dismissed, but we all owe it. We owe it to the man who raised us. Paladin by order no more, perhaps. But we got a duty to fulfill, regardless of who we associate with. A debt to owe, a promise to keep. Let us complete this one masked mission. Together.
Looking down slightly and just after that moment, turning to face you. Guess we do, right?
My head shifts over to Brit.
She hasn't flinched.
Looks over at Korak.
She's still at attention right now.
Karak will, after several moments of stillness and silence, kind of blink heavily. And then he will give a very slow and very stiff, as if all his muscles are resisting, bow. And then he will turn and, almost like he's trying to force his muscles to move, leave the room.
Alright, a couple of minutes here. Do join us, bro. Alright. Chadwick. Let's go meet up with the others.
Yeah, let's get out of here, boss. And I'll start trotting off.
Is anyone still left in the room?
Who's in the room?
Brit's left the room in attention.
Is he waiting for dismissal?
I mean, he
You've been
said.
dismissed. Brit
Yeah.
is
Like a
attention.
second time, like, go.
Once everybody's just out the door, just like she's just like, I'm sorry for not being direct. Turns heel and walks out the door.
Everybody left and only Brit, you're here.
Mm-hmm.
And then as you walk
Should we,
about 150 feet halfway through, you just hear a voice behind you from the dwarf. Brit!
Stop.
I do not trust you. I do not believe in you. But the man who raised you, who saved you from certain death, did. Do not care for believing in me. Believe in the man who believed in you.
That I give a respected bow and head out.
All of you, one by one, leave the thing. And you're all kind of just leaving. As you leave, you see people are continuing their somewhat routine, what they were practicing, but they kind of stopped seeing all of you walk out. You see the Korean just kind of waving at you with his club as like a hi type of deal.
No
As you
response.
Nods to him, and keeps like no emotion, just like acknowledgement. Moving on.
Sergal seems to be in a much more cheerful mood. He does like wave a hand at the
Not
end.
the time for that.
Like Sylvie and Sergal. Sylvie and Sergal.
Circle like
just
walks
floating
outside,
around
just
the-
takes in a breath of fresh air. Ah.
Son of-
Free at last.
I kind of
Sylvie's gonna
look
wave
o-
goodbye at the tree and goodbye.
At this
So-
point, then, what's up?
question before we end it, because technically you're outside the gates of the citadel, and in matter of good half a minute, as Brett, you're the final one who walks out, all the guards kind of stand across the gate, and one of them says, sorry, we can't let you in anymore. Those are the orders from the Grandmaster itself. Sorry. So
I
still-
give a nod,
I still
and I'm gonna make sure everyone continues to walk.
Oh, you're
Circle
not stopping
needs
that.
no direction.
Alexis, were you gonna say something?
Yeah, simple question. Are you gonna look what's in the box?
No.
Yeah.
But what
Not
In the
I'm
box.
No,
What's
not
in the
here.
box?
I'm holding the box, and I look at Brit.
I'm sorry, but today only. You've proven to be a bit too secretive. But do not let that slow you. I will still trust you as a leader. But from here on out, we do not serve the order. I simply wish for our betterment. Please, allow us to be a bit more open to conversation and truth. Now, if I can make a suggestion, I look to everyone. I believe that we are severely lacking the correct equipment. We need proper armor. For
We
those
need
who
money
do
for
not.
that.
We each have 8 gold coins, do we not? We should
That question,
Yeah.
Araxis,
We
common
officially-
sense question here.
Yeah.
How expensive is like a normal longsword or shield? Very traditional. Basic.
You would say 3 to 4 gold pieces made of steel, of iron. It's gonna
And
be
what of armor?
armor. It's a lot more expensive,
Mm-hmm.
cause custom fitting and different. Yeah.
If you all worry about the price, worry not. I may not have the silver tongue, but I do retain my sense of business from my past. My family were traders. We could work with that.
Well, in that case, one simple question: nobody looks at the box at all.
Nope.
No.
I
We're
think
going
we're
in
in
on
to
the-
a
not
secure location.
Yes.
It's time to party.
It's
And
time.
honestly,
But
We're all walking out, just like either like stiff with tension or like half defeated, and then you go, yeah,
Yeah.
go!
Let's-
unfortunately, I have done the stupid thing and not went for skill monkey as I usually do. But I'll make the most of it.
Well. In that case, we're gonna call it because it's been 3 hours.
Yay!
Congratulations.
This was still a pretty good game.
Congratulations, you're no longer part of the order that you were basically.
Wow.
Also, congratulations, you're level
Pretty
4.
much.
Yes!
Yeah!
fuck.
We leveled up by getting kicked out. Let's go.
You're being fired for
Gotta say,
incompetence. Yeah.
like, basically the second we left the place, like literally getting outside immediately, in front of the doorstep of the Centus order, Nathan just went on his knees, like just staring off into the distance, like the fuck.
Circle
Stand
wouldn't
tall,
be like actively celebrating, but
Okay, please
like,
keep it
first of all,
somewhat
that's a little
internal.
callous.
I
Yeah.
will
Thank
physically support everyone with a hand on shoulder kind of approach.
Jesus Christ, you have a
This-
lot of hands.
Well,
I
I think
have
it's
become
best to
a
leave this
Hindu
for
god.
next session.
Yeah. So, anything you,
Cut the tape.
Anyways,
anything you wish to say? Anything? Yeah. Anything?
Smite.
Smite.